We're going to go into our first notation now, and I want to start here by using the dot notation, which is essentially a wildcard. So if I put do dot, what this is saying is it'll match on any 3-character string which is D, O and another symbol. Now that can be a letter, it can be a space, it can be a number, it can be a symbol, it can be just about anything other than a new line. So in our example here, we've got dogs do devour delicious donuts, and we can match there on the word dog. We can even match on the word do with a space after it because that's still valid, or we can match on the word donuts for the D-O-N part because that is D, O and another letter afterwards. You'll notice obviously devour and delicious do not match. There is no O there at the second letter of the word, so that certainly won't match those, but the other 3 all will. What I can do here is also introduce square bracket notation. So if I get rid of this dot and I get rid of the letter O as well, and then open square brackets and put O-E, and then close those square brackets, what this is now saying is match on a 2-letter string that is D followed by either an O or an E. So in this case, all 5 of our words will now match the first 2 letters of those words because we've got D-O, D-O, D-E, D-E and D-O. So it's a D followed by either an O or an E in all cases. And this might work, for example, if you've got regional differences in how to spell a word. For example, between the UK and US, in the UK, the word offence is spelt with a C, whereas in the US it's spelt with an S. So we can match the word offence in either way by using offence like this, but with square brackets with CS and then closing the brackets. And just to double check that, if we put in the word offence with a C and offence with an S, we see that it matches both, so this works perfectly for this scenario. Another way to achieve the exact same thing here is by using a combination of parenthesis notation, which allows you to create a group of letters together, and by using or notation. Now that uses the shift and backslash keys on your keyboard to create the or symbol, which looks a little like that. And the way that we can do this is by opening parentheses here and using we use C followed by the or followed by S, close the brackets and then put E at the end. So what this is saying is to use O-F-F-E-N and then either C or S before the remaining E. And this is just a way of doing the exact same thing, but by using different notations to achieve it. Okay, test number 2. Given the word education as the test string, so let's type in education, I want you to think of a way of capturing all of the vowels that are contained within that word by using what we've just learnt. I'll give you 10 seconds to think of a way to do that. Okay, hopefully you've thought of a way to do that. There are of course 2 different ways to achieve this. The first one would be using square bracket notation. So again, open and close our square brackets, and I just want to type in the letters A, E, I, O and U. And that's basically saying to capture one letter that is one of these 5. So either A will be captured, E will be captured, I, O, U, etc. One of these letters will be captured, and you can see that there are 5 matches within the word education. Equally, we can do this just as easily using the parenthesis and or notation. So if we open a parenthesis, type in A, or E, or I, or O, or U, close the bracket. Again, we've got 5 matches. This has been done in exactly the same way, just using different notation again.